I'm on a mission to make Destiny 2's forgotten exotics usable, and today I'm using Chromatic Fire. Chromatic Fire is an exotic that makes your kinetic weapon precision kills cause an explosion. The explosion damage type and effect both hinge on your subclass. It's drip time. The centerpiece of any Warlock fashion is the chest piece. Warlocks vary wildly from leather trench coats and pirate attire to homeless rags and dresses. Unfortunately, Chromatic Fire falls closer to the homeless rags than trench coat, so there's not really much you can do to fix them. For the build, I started with Arc, since the blinding explosion I thought would be the most helpful. Ace of Spades used to be the true calling of this exotic, so I started with that as well. I'm not messing around this time either. I've got a buddy with me, so we're going straight into Legend Onslaught this time to test its mettle. Things go pretty poorly. Ace of Spades is nice, but it just doesn't have the raw damage needed to consistently kill things when I need it to. Then I moved to Outbreak, thinking maybe the extra damage would fix my issue. It does to a certain degree, but I still feel like I'm missing the true pairing. And that's when I find it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I'm forgetting something.
Revision?
Forerunner. Bro, Forerunner is the play. Forerunner was, in fact, the play. It being a special weapon meant that I was able to throw out way more damage way quicker, and thus get to my explosions quicker. I also tried out a few other weapons that I didn't mention, but Forerunner was by far the best. Forerunner was actually so good that Bungie decided I was too powerful and kicked me from the game.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Oh my gosh, dude, my build was too powerful. Things were going okay. I wouldn't say I was slaughtering, but things were going better than I had anticipated, at least. Maybe Arc wasn't the answer, though. Maybe Void and its weakening was the answer. And I sort of ran into an issue with Void. See, the weakening was good, don't get me wrong, but I was running out of special ammo. That's no big deal, right? Just use a special finisher. But then I sort of run into an issue where if I'm already executing enemies and causing weakening, why not just use Fellwinter's? Fellwinter's applies a stronger weaken in a bigger radius with a much easier activation requirement. On Void, I really did feel like just a knockoff dollar store Fellwinter's. That's not really what I'm after. I'm looking to make an exotic shine, to be unique. Using Void was the best option, but it wasn't necessarily the most unique. Regardless, it felt like we were punching a bit above our weight, so we went into a normal baby mode Nightfall just to feel the satisfaction of success, just this once. This is where Chromatic Fire, well, I wouldn't say it's where it shined, but it did alright. Stuff was a bit weaker, so I was able to score more consistent explosions, but now the problem was getting the small explosions to actually hit stuff. Enemies were much more packed in Onslaught, and so the explosions were naturally doing more. Here, the explosions were easy to get, but hard to actually affect anything. Okay, I'm calling this one. Chromatic Fire just straight up sucks. There's no way around it. It's a step above not having an exotic on at all, and any of the effects that it provides can be gained more consistently and easily through other means. If the explosions were bigger, if it wasn't just on kinetic weapons, or if the effects were stronger, we'd likely be having a different conversation. But as it stands, it's a neat concept that doesn't deliver on the fantasy its description provides. If you're looking for an hour or two of fun, it's probably worth a try, but it's definitely not worth a permanent loadout slot.
It was satisfying to complete an activity. Was it not?